You're listening to the Pelicans Post Game Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever.
All right. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Post Game Report, PPR Final. We are in this thing. I'm Big Q chiming on this episode of PPR. Pels go down, man, routed by the Denver McNuggets by the score of 122-88. Denver climbs to 3-1, 2-0 at home, while the Pelicans fall to 0-4 on the season. And fam, we've been talking about this a lot. A lot of things. The Pelicans kind of switched up the lineup. Not a lot of shooting in the starting lineup to try to bring a little flash to it. Jay Fears was instituted in there. DeAndre Jordan was also in the starting lineup with Zion, Herb, and Trey. Interesting mix. They brought Jordan Poole off the bench, and to no avail. The Pelicans, after halftime, collapsed again and had a 11-point third quarter, which led in part to their demise as the Pelicans continue to do what they do under Willie Green, which is to be woefully inconsistent. And we'll have the post-game analysis from DC and Lex. They'll chime in momentarily, but we'll also have the interview from Willie Green, and he'll give you the pre-scripted spiel that he does every night. But this was a rout. This was a blowout. This was an evisceration. This is what we've been talking about. The Pelicans are not coached well under Willie Green. Willie Green is the last vestige of what was left from the old era under Griffin and the rest of these folks. And you need to cut your losses, and they ultimately will. I think between I would say 10 to 15 games, but my goodness, I was saying that because I thought that the Pelicans would at least get 1 or 2 victories to stave off. But if the way they're losing these games and are not competitive, it might be sooner than that. If they go 0-10, Willie Green is done. There is no way he can retrieve that. And Joe Dumars will have to pull the switch or the hammer or the guillotine, whatever you got to get Willie Green up out of here. You can't protect him anymore, Gail. Gail has done everything she can to protect this man, and the team is suffering. But like I said, we have to endure a little pain before we get some change. Unfortunately, that's how it is. So much love to you. We got to bring in Lex is joining us as well. Big ups to Lex. Welcome on into the broadcast. Willie Green, team is routed profusely, 122-88. Quick thoughts on the loss by the Pelicans. And then we'll hit the stats and the preview of the upcoming next game as well. And then we'll have a little post-game chatter from the Willie himself. Lex, are you there?
Maybe.
Okay. Lex is here. All right, Lex. You had to kind of check. You got to check the pulse of the team.
I got some I want to start out with.
Okay. All right.
It's beginning to look a lot like last season.
Oh no.
Losing all the time.
Lex, we a little too early for Christmas. But hey, that was a fire rendition though.
Oh, thank you.
Fire.
I appreciate it.
Let me put a little bars in there, man. That's all good, man. But yeah, this is
want to get
awful.
my Disney on a little bit.
That's right. Oh, here, Lex. As a matter of fact, speaking of losing, here we go. Here go Willie.
Team. And
let's see what he had to say. I know.
Once they punch you, you got to punch back. And tonight we didn't. No response in the second half. And
what?
That's the difference in the game.
Is there anything they were doing to like on the court?
Use the force, Willie.
Was there anything that you noticed?
Pretty much we're a team right now that we have to dig down and find our identity. We have to believe in each other. And
what?
That's first. The first order of business is you got to compete harder, play more together, and the belief has to be there.
You started Jeremiah Fears,
Yeah.
especially. I mean, coming off of that 1-11 game the other night, kind of showing the confidence in him. What did you see in him that kind of, allowed you to put him in the starting group?
Yeah, he was a bright spot tonight, but he's been playing like that. He's been playing with toughness. He's been getting downhill. He's been connecting with his teammates. And so I wanted to make a change and see what it looked like with him in that first group.
And then DeAndre, the same thing, just kind of the familiarity with Jokic a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it came down to. But, I thought the first half we were solid. We were fighting. You could see the life in our team. And then they came out in the second half. They executed. We missed some easy shots, and we didn't punch back.
Going back to Fears, I mean, what do you like about just how his speed is able to control? I mean, this is a guy who should be, getting ready for his first college season, and he is having 20-point games in the NBA.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I like about him is that he's going to continue to attack on both ends of the floor no matter what's going on. And I think that type of spirit has to be a part of who we are as a team, and we're not there at this moment. All right, thank you.
Wow, very quick from Willie Green. Not much to talk about on this one, man. This is a blowout. He talked about not having punch, or whatever he said is that when team punch, you got to punch them back. Willie Green is not that's not his rhetoric. He's not. He's trying to talk about the force and all this kind of stuff. And the truth is, the Pelicans are a toothless team with Willie Green running this show. Man, he talked about identity. That's the first time in a long time that I remember him even mentioning.
He never mentions that. He never
Right.
mentions identity.
Right. I don't get. Go ahead, Lex.
So I did something different during the game.
Okay.
That song 21 Questions.
Yeah, about 50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I wrote down 21 questions, but it ended up going to 51 questions.
Okay.
And I figured instead of really talking about the game, we really need to ask these questions. Rhetorical, okay?
Okay.
All right, so these are just things that just crossed my mind. I may not get to all 51 because I know, but number one, why was Derek Queen, why was he handling point? Can anybody ask that question? Okay. Okay.
I don't have a clue.
Then here's another question for you. Why were Messi and Derek Queen playing at the same time? Why are you playing 5 out on offense against zone?
Why is Zion coming out at the 7-minute mark? While Trey and Herb remain in the game.
Where are the effects of Trey Murphy and Herb Jones? Look, what happened to attacking and dishing?
Right. That's a good
Where's
one
the defense?
too. Where's the defense? Where the hell
Where's
is the
the
defense? On the other
Where's
side
the
of the
pick
court?
and roll?
No pick and roll.
Why are unique passes being thrown to Messi? He can't catch people. He can't catch.
That boy
Oh
got
my gosh.
Roblox hands.
Why is Trey Murphy over dribbling? I don't think we need to see him over dribble the ball at all. He's not ready for that. I don't know what he did over off season.
He stunk tonight too.
Why are the Pelicans airballing 5 feet shots or shots in the paint?
One of them was a pass for a dunk.
Okay. When, WHEN, when will they fire Willie Green?
At 10 games?
Why
I got less than
have they
15.
not fired Willie Green?
Gail Benson.
You have enough data.
Gail Benson.
Oh my gosh. When will the Pelicans win, WIN, their first game?
That's a good one. That is also a good one. I will say first win will come against Phoenix.
What month will the Pelicans win? I just added that up in there. What month is that?
That is almost middle November.
Okay.
I know.
Oh my gosh. If and when the Pelicans win their first game, what will that win really mean?
Nothing. That ain't gonna mean a damn thing, especially if you 1-8.
Oh my goodness. Why can't the Pelicans defend lob entry passes?
No communication.
Why can't the Pelicans make wide open threes?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one too, Lex. I don't know.
Why is it a layup line against the Pels?
Communication, no defense.
All right, we're on the second page. Why is Jose attacking the lane against Jokic?
He in his feelings. Jose in his feelings. He can't let Jay Fears have all of the fun.
Do the Pelicans know they're supposed to be a professional basketball team?
No. Now they're not serious as long as Willie on top of it. That's for certain.
Why did Denver have 14 fast break points in the third quarter and only 2 in the first half?
Pelicans ain't getting back.
Why can't the Pelicans guard 3-point shooters?
Communication. Same way the defense is poor in the layup line, Lex. That's what I think it is.
Okay, so why can't the Pelicans find Zion on offense, especially when every time he entered the game, the points came from when Zion was in the game, people?
That's
oh
crazy.
My gosh. He was the only hope out there.
They wasn't even playing through Zion much of the game.
They sure weren't. Why is it on the first play of the game, Zion didn't even touch the ball?
Supposed to be your number one option. The guy with all the gravity.
Except for Zion.
The guy with all the gravity.
Okay, who is helping Zion?
Nobody. Jay Fears.
Oh, you gotta say it. You gotta say it like what's his name? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody, baby.
And the black, I ain't heard a song in a long time. Keith Sweat have dead ass on the mic.
Why do guys hesitate to pass the ball to Zion?
Zion got to command the ball, man. He the number
He
one
was.
option.
I saw him
How
do
do you
it.
ignore? How do you ignore Zion?
I know. Why didn't the Pelicans come to play?
Willie Green is the head coach.
Why did the Pelicans score just 11 points in the third quarter?
Oh, crazy work. Crazy. But it's the
My
long
head
brights.
hurts.
Hold on, Lex. Hold on to them. We're going to hit the rest of them. Here's Jay
It's
Fears.
been the result, but first NBA start, what was your
The long bright spot of the night.
you know, going out there and getting the start for the first time?
It was pretty good. Like you said, first NBA start, so I was super excited about that. But also maintaining the focus of obviously winning the game. So, I mean, it's not the best feeling in the world, but obviously there's room to improve and just continuing to keep putting in work every single day. And once we get that first win, we just going to get the rolling. So, I mean, just continuing to keep trusting in each other and keep believing. That's the most important thing right now.
You not have a great game shooting the ball last game.
Yep.
What did it say that when they did want to make a switch up the starting lineup that it was, hey, we're still going with you. We still have this faith, this trust, this confidence in you.
It meant a lot. Just seeing your coaching staff and your
I'm
teammates.
thinking that was
they always
Joe
happy for me as
Dumas
well. So I mean,
inspired
went a long way for
Jay
me seeing
Fears
teammates
move.
and
That's not a
coaches
Willie
still
Green
have that
decision.
faith and trust, like you said, and just continuing to show them why they should trust me, and doing everything I can to try to help my team win, and listening to the coaches and being that extra coach on the floor.
Finished the second quarter on a 12-0 run, and then obviously things changed in the third. From your perspective, what was kind of the difference there when they went on that run to start the third quarter?
I think they just made some really big shots to start the third quarter. I mean, we had some really great possessions as well. Shot just wasn't falling tonight from the team aspect, and they hit some really big shots when they needed to, and I think that kind of gave them the momentum they needed to kind of go on that big run, like you said. And they hit big shot after big shot, and then it kind of brought our momentum down a little bit and our energy as a whole. But, I mean, it's more games to be played, so we try not to hang our head on one loss and continue to move forward, and we can get prepared for the next game.
What's your relationship been like with Jose? Because it seems like he might be your biggest cheerleader out there. And I think there was one, that might have been the first game, I think Herb fouls out, and he's grabbing you and like trying to physically push you onto the floor to like tell coach, like put you in the game. Like, what is it like having somebody who's been in your corner as much as he has?
Man, it's great. Jose, IQ is really, really high. One day down the line, I see him being the head coach. He just the extra coach on the sideline that you need. And like you said, somebody that gives you the right advice, no matter you feel like hearing it or not, he's going to give you the advice that you need. So, I mean, just continuing to listen to him, ask him questions. Some stuff you might not understand. You're like, Jose, why did coach do this? And he'll break it down to you. So, I mean, just continue to ask him questions and continue to pick his brain as well. And just trying to learn from him as much as you can. His IQ, like I said, is really, really high. And he's been around the game for quite a while now. So just continue to pick his brain and continuing to cheer for him and cheer for each other how he cheers for me.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, super dope. Jay Fears, man. Conversation post game. Not a lot of talking going on, and the reality is the Pelicans did switch up the lineup, putting Fears in there, which feels like it was a Joe Dumars inspired switch, but a similar result is basically the same result as what it was against Boston. There's the same thing. They lost, but they lost less. I mean, they scored 90 points in the Boston game at home. They scored 88. It was the same score, 122 to 90. Boston lost in 122 to 88. Got back-to-back blowout losses by the Pelicans, and they don't look anywhere close to a respectable basketball team with any sense of identity. But Lex, please continue.
Okay. What did the Pelicans discuss at halftime?
Not a damn thing. If they come out and score 11 points and let the other team rout them 39-11, that's the game there.
What do the Pelicans talk about in the huddles?
I don't know what
like
they
during
talk
the game.
about. Something to eat. I mean, what festivals they're going to go to. Did you get the latest pair of Jordans?
Oh my goodness.
You know, it's
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Nothing basketball related. That's for certain.
What is being said in the huddles / timeouts? Should the Pelicans forfeit games until a coaching change is made?
That's what they already doing that one. Willie Green is self-sabotaging.
No, but the thing is that it won't nobody see them. It's like, look, because this is painful. Painful. Oh, it's painful in my soul. Okay.
Yeah, Lex got the same spirit tonight, girl. Drop them balls.
Is it safe to say that this team was not built around Zion?
It's safe to say I agree with you. It's not. They're not playing through Zion Williamson at all. Yeah, that's safe to say.
Was mainstream media correct about the Pelicans?
It appears so early.
Pretty much, we just.
You already said pretty much. We just.
Oh man, Big Q, you were on cue on that. That was beautiful, horribly beautiful. Oh my gosh.
You're Willie said, Lex. He ain't a liar.
Will this embarrassing blowout wake up the organization?
No. I can see Joe Dumars talking to him after 2 back-to-back blowout losses. The team is 0-4. I know Joe Dumars is there talking to him. Like I said, I don't think the Jay Fears changed Lex because that was big. Jordan Poole is a guy that makes a lot of money. And you move Jordan Poole on the bench for Jay Fears. That wasn't a Willie Green move. That was Joe Dumars inspired.
And he started DeAndre Jordan too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had the 5 that they threw DeAndre Jordan in there, put Poole on the bench. They had Herb, Trey, Zion, and Jay Fears. And then off the bench, Poole came off the bench with Jayhawk and all the rest of the guys, Queen and all them guys, Eves. But that was a move, I think, that was inspired by Joe Dumars. To put Fears in that, because he would have never. Think about it like this: if you got a guy, how much money is Jordan Poole making? Like $30 million. You know, just that's think. Like that was he would need that isn't he would have never done that. To put Jordan Poole $30 million on the bench for Jay Fears, Willie Green. That was not Willie Green. That was Joe Dumars in there with Willie Green. He can set his lineups all Joe. You can set his lineups all you want, bro, but you can't coach him on the floor. Like he tell me, hey, man, put this guy in there. And the ideas could be very sound, but you don't have an identity, offensively or defensively. And the more these losses pile up, the more faith the team loses in him. In the last game, he was calling them soft. They lost again, worse than before. It was the same score. They lost, they scored less points, 2 points less. But it was 2 blowout losses back to back to Boston, who was missing one of their stars, and then of course to the Nuggets. It wasn't even competitive in the second half. They can't put together consistent anything. They can't put together a full game. And then of course we'll get into the statistics. Lex, I want you to finish your questions. But man, these guys. I mean, we know that Zion. He played 26 minutes tonight. He scored 11 points, but he had the bone contusion. He missed the prior game. Come in, missing Zion. They lose 122-90. Come back with Zion. They lose 122-88. Trey Murphy played 32 minutes and gave us 7 points.
Dang. And Zion played how many minutes?
26 minutes.
And Zion had,
11 points, 2 assists, 1 steal. Somebody got to score. Trey Murphy scored 7 points in 32 minutes. You can't collect the big money, dog, and don't show up to score.
And you can tell Zion wasn't,
Jordan Poole
he might have been in some pain and stuff, but, I feel like Jordan Poole has not, he hasn't, and remember I told you I had a red flag about him because I really felt like he was a younger version of a CJ. That I really felt that way. I wasn't sold on him, but I was like, I pumped my brakes and I was like, you know what, Lex, give him a chance. Give him a chance. And I'm not, it looks like, again, I hate to say it, but he confirmed what I initially felt. He really did. He's not present in the second half like at all. And I see Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole makes the most interesting, careless turnovers I've ever seen. For someone who has been in the league as long as he has, dude, it's like there's no pressure defense and you lost the ball because you didn't catch it all the way. You fumbled the ball and then just tapped it out of bounds. Like stuff like that, I don't understand. That's confusing to me. And then you have nerve enough to complain to the refs. And it's like, dude, you're not in a position to complain about anybody. And you're making careless turnovers and there's no pressure defense on you. You're just not catching the ball. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you can do there. I really don't.
Yeah, Zion had 3 turnovers, so did Queen. Trey was pressured. You could see Bruce.
Oh my Lord! Did you see that pass where, man, Trey Murphy looked like a clown.
Threw the ball to the coach.
When he
opposing coach.
He looked like a clown when he dribbles. Like I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, this is and like I said, fam, listen, y'all understand what this is. We talked about this ad nauseum about this, what the Pelicans are. The remaining last piece to change this team is the head coach that is protected by the ownership. Now, rightfully and logically, and this is just a little therapy for the Pels Nation who have to keep enduring this bad basketball, is to understand and know as the losses accumulate, it's more like Lex places it, data. Another data point to take the Gale to justify the firing of Willie Green.
And we already have confirmation.
Well, you do. Yes, you do.
Confirmation has been there. No, we all do. We saw this stuff last year.
Yeah.
That's why I sung that song.
Send it longer
you know
than
what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah. Last season, the season before that.
Absolutely.
Check this out, everybody. Willie Green's best season was his first season. Isn't it according to just, I guess, the laws of nature? When you do something for a while, isn't it logic to get better?
Yeah.
When you do something, when you're doing something consistently for some years, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to nature, you're supposed to get better. If you're practicing the piano every day, that's what you do. Are you going to be better at the piano a year from the time that you started? 2 years, before, after you started?
If you're doing it the right way, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're practicing correctly, yes.
Everything about this team goes against nature. And I shared this example for the last few years. Like, this team has been trying to breathe in a gulf of smoke. This team's trying to breathe underwater. Is that natural? It's not. We are struggling to follow nature, which is to breathe in oxygen. That's how we live. That's the natural thing. But for some reason, with the Pelicans, with this organization wants to breathe in a gulf of smoke, wants to breathe underwater. Yeah,
it's a great point. I think, like I said, I think the issues we having with the ownership is like it's one of these situations where I think I know Joe Dumars is the right move, but we all know that where the rubber meets the road for things to change is the head coach. and the man is not there. I mean, he doesn't have what it takes to motivate this team.
No,
He came and
he's
and
not a
this is
motivator at all.
not. But check this out though, Lex. Here's some receipts for the fam. Joe Dumars got on the press conference last game and called his team soft, like he did last year. How he lost the team, and him calling the team.
Oh,
out
you mean
and
Willie Green?
What I said, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. Well,
Yeah,
Joe
you said Joe because
Well,
he
Joe,
wasn't here.
Joe probably calling his team soft right now, looking at him saying, yeah, this is some soft ass shit right here. But you're right. In terms of Willie Green, some receipts for the fam. Willie Green called the team soft in the last press conference after the Boston blowout. He called them soft and challenged the fact that they weren't physical enough and that the Celtics outmatched them in that arena. Did it have an impact on the team by calling them soft? They came out and got routed. They got routed. It scored 2 less points.
You know
whatever
what?
he did, it didn't work. So,
Attitude.
I mean, what else can he do besides leave? He has to keep – well, I can tell you what. He keeps losing. That's the best thing. He will keep losing.
I'm sorry, man. That's you know what? Big
There's
Q,
no other way. We can't
that
fire
was
him
but
without
that was happening last season. That's why I kept saying to prepare for off season and the regular season, you have to get rid of that dude because the Pelicans have always been delayed. And one thing that he always asks the question, well, Lex, what do we have to lose? More time. You are losing time. You cannot get time back.
There's no way around
So
it.
it's time to be forward thinking, okay? And to stop losing time, you know what I'm saying? You have to make changes.
Yeah,
so
I agree,
you can
but
stop losing time because that's all that's being lost.
But
That's the worst thing that you can lose.
I know, but he is the thing is Joe Dumars, his hands are tied because him taking the position. He cannot.
I want him
he
to
can't fire.
Step out on faith, Joe.
He's not going to do that.
Try. No, you know what?
He's not
try
going to
it.
challenge.
Try it. You know what? What is she gonna do? Oh, Joe, I'm just so upset with you.
He's not going to do that.
Just fix it, Joe, and I'm gonna go back and do my embroidery.
No, he's not going to do that because he knows
she ain't gonna get rid of him. She just hired him.
No, he's that might be that's true, but still in all, that's not Joe Dumars' work. He's not going to fire Willie Green without having enough proof to give to Gail Benson. Like the team, that's why I was saying between 10 to 15 games is where it is. Joe Dumars, Troy Weaver, all these guys, their hands are tied.
The season is going to be lost.
It's not going to be lost. We got an 82-game season, Lex.
Again, you're behind though.
We've been behind.
I know, but you're more behind. When you can, it's 4 games right now. It's 4 games. He should have been fired last season.
I agree.
Really, not even last season.
I
before
agree.
that.
I agree. But what I'm saying is this is a very unnatural and abnormal situation because you have ownership that does not understand this. She kept Willie Green because he's a nice man. That's why she kept Willie Green. That's the reality. Joe Dumars is doing everything that a VP could do at his level. I mean, all he can do at this point, he's remote control. Willie told him what plays work. I'm telling y'all, family, that Jay Fears call where he put Jay Fears in the lineup and set a $30 million Jordan Poole on the bench, that wasn't Willie Green. That was Joe Dumars.
Because he wouldn't have done that to CJ.
He never would. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
He would never done that.
And that's how you know.
Never. That's how you know it was him. It was out of character for him to do that. That's what I'm telling y'all. That was a Joe Dumars move. A lot of these things, and Joe, like I said, Joe, you can set his lineups all your own, bro. You can set his lineups. You can tell him what to do. But in the end, man, the guy got the coach.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter who you draft or who you get in free agency. As long as you have horrible leadership at the storefront, this team is not going anywhere. Like I said, Willie Green can have Michael Jordan and he would still find ways to F it up. Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Like think about that.
Doing.
Michael Jordan. Any Hall of Famer, you can name them.
He'd be on some Doug Collins type shit. He wouldn't know what to do with him.
You know what I'm saying? And for me to say that, that's pretty heavy, y'all. It's like, dang, man, how can you have MJ on your team and still not have anything? Literally, you would be winning straight up off talent. But the thing is, when you're going up against a team that plays as a team and they have a really good coach, the Pelicans don't have a chance. Big Q, I don't know if you saw, but DC put up all the coaches in the league. And we had asked question, who is Willie Green a better coach than? We went to each coach. And you know what? Even like I think we had stopped at the new coach for Phoenix. They have one win right now. They've won a game. I'm like, well, it looks like Willie's behind him. But check this out. Before this game, I looked at the standings, right? And let's see, the Wizards are 0-4. They should be last in the league, right?
Yeah.
They weren't. The Pelicans, before this game, 0-3. The Pelicans were the last team. The last team in the whole league. And they have not won a game in the West. They're the only team that has not won a game in the West.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Even Fletcher Mackel, who covers the Pelicans for the WDSU for channel, what is their affiliate? WDSU down here is NBC. NBC affiliate down here covers him. His commentary, his tweet was Pelicans getting embarrassed by Nuggets or got embarrassed. Cat can't remember a season going off the rails so early. And I covered Byron Scott getting fired 9 games into the 2009 season. Sadly, Willie Green can't survive this. You see, James Berger will be head coach by the next home game, Tuesday, November the 4th. And that is November the 4th is the Charlotte game.
But you know what? I'm a be honest. I'm not even sure about Borrego.
It's better than Willie Green.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, the thing is, what are we settling for? Peanuts? Like, I want this. I want winning, real winning. That's what I want. I don't want to settle. I'm sorry. I got high expectations. I'm not bringing myself down to accept this horrible product. Y'all gonna have to level up.
No, this
ain't even right.
You're not saying nothing that's wrong, but there's definitely a fevered pitch sense in New Orleans. Like, they're not even competitive. The last couple of losses were blowout losses. And truth be told, he's not going to make it out to 10 games if we having repeated blowout losses like this. And you're making lineup changes, like you move Jordan and Fears into the lineup, and it had no impact. How is it that Zion didn't play in the Boston game? You get blown. Okay, Zion didn't play. You missed his points. This guy didn't score. All this kind of stuff. Then he comes back for 20-odd minutes, and then they still lose and score 2 points less with Zion there, and he played 20-some-odd minutes. It doesn't make any sense because it was an attempt to try to empower the bench with Jordan Poole's points, his 20-odd production, along with this, off the bench, to give the bench an opportunity to kind of balance the scale, so to speak. That's why they put Jordan there. Jordan Poole there. But it simply didn't work. They scored 2 less points and still got routed. So the manner of how the Pelicans are losing, the fact that he's calling them soft as opposed to giving answers to how to fix it. The truth is, and like we said this before, and I remember the vast majority of everything we covered into the offseason coming into the season, when we talked about the problem with the team is Willie Green and the fact that the team doesn't have an identity. Not offensively or defensively. They don't play through their stars. They have a freestyle type situation going on, and there's no organization. Willie Green is not doing any leadership or instituting anything from on the side of the court. If guys are handling the ball, I seen what's his face, Alvarado dribble down court, and Zion's in the game. He handling the ball, and he took a stupid ass 3-point shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, where they do that at? How is this guy's a backup? Like he's a backup point guard, a third guard coming off the bench, and his ass is taking 3-point shots. So I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, go ahead, Lex. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna jump into the stat portion of it. Because you got any questions? I mean, you have any more questions you want to run down quickly?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I have
But
some.
I'm going to just be quiet and let you run them down. Go ahead.
Okay. Why was Zion playing the 5? He was guarding JV. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Why does Willie believe so much in small ball when everybody in the league is going bigger?
Idiot.
Are the Pelicans a team of misfits?
No. I say no.
Well, they're being coached like it.
Right, but he's an idiot. That's the idiot. I'm gonna throw that on that second comment.
Why does everyone on Denver look like a superstar?
I'm sharing. I was thinking. I was like, look at Bruce playing like he.
Look, Hardaway Jr. was looking like a star.
He always
You know
looked
what
like
I'm
a star
saying?
against the Pelicans.
Oh my gosh. Why is Zion not touching the ball every play? Because you know what Jokic was.
That's right. They played through
Jokic
their
was
stuff.
touching the ball, not shooting, just touching.
Just touching the ball.
Touching the ball.
Yep. Everything runs
What
through him.
is being practiced in practice?
What we see. You play like you practice.
What is being taught in practice? What is this
Same
horrible
answer.
product on the floor? You know what I'm saying?
2025-2026 Willie Green led Pelicans.
Okay, so this is a statement. The last win the Pelicans had was not in this country.
What?
It wasn't even in the United States.
Completely psychotic.
Did y'all know that? How about that for a stat?
That's funny.
The Pelicans are on pace to
Only
lose
good enough to
every
beat
game
Australian teams.
if there isn't an immediate change. Just another statement. Who are the Pelicans better than in the league?
Nobody playing like this.
No,
that Memphis game. That's right, Lex. But that Memphis game should have told you everything.
Yeah.
When we seen that Memphis game, they were missing 5 key role players, and the man Ja had an ankle issue. JJ fouled out in the game. The Pelicans still lost the game. Close game they had was a San Antonio game. Bad defensive play by Trey left the man wide open. He sinks the 3. Zion gets to the line to hit a foul shot that could stop it from going into regulation. He misses it. So it's like you come back. If Zion gets the foul, and this is a point of contention I've been saying, if Zion Williamson is going to be a brute in the low post area, then he has to work on his foul shots. It does us no good if you give Zion the foul. Now, he was 3 or 4 tonight, which is better. But if Zion is getting the foul shots that he feels he's deserved, he has to hit a high clip of them. I'm talking 79, 80%. Why not? I mean, if you at practice, work on them. That's supposed to be a part of his game because how physical he is. He lives down there. He's not taking 3-point shots. He rarely takes middies. He gets the majority of his points around the hoop. So if he's going to get beat up there, Zion Williamson has to also be able to get those free throws in there. But yeah, this is that them not playing through Zion and him not touching the ball like with the Joker. It's complete lunacy. I've seen the Jose Alvarado shot. Guys are passing the ball. Herb Jones is getting the ball and running. No, it's not a demand or it's not mandatory for them to operate through Zion. He's supposed to be the guy that's running the team. It's the silliest stuff that I've seen in a long time. But once again, this is Willie Green, who has no concept of what he's doing. Absolutely no concept. Really stupid. Yeah. It's a sad thing, but I said 10 to 15. I may have to revamp that. I might have to rework that, because if these blowout losses keep happening, because right now I was just looking on X, and man, they're livid. Even the reporters who usually try to paint these little cupcake stories of them, they can't even protect them. I mean, the team is not even competitive. And then you got the Clippers. The Pelicans aren't beating the Clippers. The Pelicans ain't beating the Clippers.
There's no structure.
There's
no structure. There's no leadership.
Man,
the Pelicans don't have a coach. They don't have a coach. And here's another question. How many confirmations do you need to understand that the Pelicans don't have a coaching staff?
I know.
How many more confirmations?
How much do you need to do to take it to Gail Benson and say, okay, how much leash does Willie Green have with Joe Dumars and the administration? That's the question.
Yeah.
And I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 games, but I have to revamp that if they're having blowout losses. If they're having decimating blowout losses when they're not competitive, Willie Green will be the first dude dismissed. And you might hear, listen, family, this can happen as early as next week.
Now, see, that's not soon enough.
I'm just saying.
It really isn't.
It can happen.
And Knoxville, it's not Dumars, it's Gail. That's why we need to keep saying that. Like Dumars, Gail wanted Willie Green. Dumars was getting he cleaned house. He got rid of people.
Yeah,
okay?
It ain't Joe. It ain't Joe.
Not Joe. So please, everybody needs to understand that. Know the truth.
Yep.
Know the truth.
Willie Green is here because of Gail Benson. That's the point. Like when they hired on, everybody thought Willie Green
was his boss. Okay,
that's right. That's right.
I mean, so you just keep that in mind. Now, here's a good question: do you think the Pelicans could beat a G League team?
Well, they beat the Australian team, so they might be able to beat a G League team. I know G League might be a little bit more difficult though, but yeah, I would say the Pelicans beat the G League team. They could beat the Birmingham Squadron team.
Well,
they can't be an elite level G League team.
Oh goodness gracious!
I mean,
what about the G League champions?
The G League champion will beat the Pelicans.
Oh, okay. So
didn't Dagnall come out of the G League?
Yes, he did.
And he took over OKC, and within 2 to 3 years, it was a championship.
There's some real coaches in the G League.
You damn right.
Yeah.
He started a trend of them looking in the G League with what he did. He went there and they hired him, and people were like, who is this guy? Man, that guy within 3 years had OKC as a champion because he knows how to coach. Any good coach who can scheme and talk to his players and motivate will beat Willie Green, because Willie Green is not good at he's not a good motivator. He's not a good communicator. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Even if he have whatever principles that he got from whoever he was coached by, he doesn't have the ability to translate it in a way where the players can respect it and manifest it on the court. You know, he listened to his rhetoric like he's not passionate. He's a total boob in a company man. Everything is the same stuff over and over again to the people. If you tune Willie Green out, just imagine what the players are doing. Yeah. They're not listening to Willie Green, especially Jordan Poole and Kayvon Looney and Pete and all these guys that seen real coaching. Man, come on. People, these guys that know that hurt, like Poole and Looney and some of these other guys, Lex, that come from, even the younger guys that come from winning programs in college, that have really excellent basketball-minded people that are really fundamental. Listen to Willie Green and know he don't know what he's talking about. No, he don't know what he's doing. It's not organized. It's not good on defense. Guys that don't get back, they still don't communicate. They overcommit on one side of the court, leaving guys wide open. That's all communication stuff, and they don't fix it. From game to game, they don't fix the communication issues. And he gets out there and said, we got to communicate better, and they're not communicating. So what are you telling us this for? And your team is not doing it game after game. Is just an indictment on him. already. Yes, and he could be gone by next week, fam. He can definitely be gone by next week. Seriously, because they won't beat the Clippers. They damn sure ain't gonna beat no OKC. That's the next two teams that the Pelicans have. And this week is Friday against the Clippers and Sunday against OKC. That's 2 more losses. They're not going to beat the Clippers. And the Clippers have Harden there, and Kawhi Leonard is there. Bill is there. Ty Lue is there. Ty Lue is a hell of a coach. They're not going to lose. Ty Lue ain't going to lose to Willie Green.
Pelicans always had the Clippers number, but man, this is bad. This is bad, man. And plus, the Clippers are looking for a win.
Yep.
They desperate for a win.
Shit, so was the Celtics.
Yeah.
The Celtics didn't have a win until they beat the snot out of the Pelicans a couple of days ago.
You know what? There is not enough chip on the shoulders of this Pelicans organization. And I've said that many a times, like how many games does it take? How many seasons does it take for you to play like you have a chip on your shoulder? Like, I'm looking at these other teams and they have something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like even the Pacers. The Pacers are not making any excuses. They lost Miles Turner to the Bucks. They lost Halliburton. Halliburton's not coming back this season at all. And I think a lot of people have written them off. Let me tell you something. The Pacers are playing their butts off. They are playing with an edge to prove, now, we don't have Halliburton. Miles Turner's not here. But you know what? We're still coming out here and we're still trying to get these wins. They went double overtime with OKC. They did not lay down. They're not feeling sorry for themselves. They're not doing that at all. And that's one thing that we, as the supporters of the Pelicans, we have not seen this team do that. We have not seen that edge. We have not seen that it factor, that chip on the shoulder. That, you know what? I'm tired of you all talking bad about the Pelicans, talking bad about Zion, talking bad about anybody on the team. You know what? I don't even know why Trey Murphy, I don't even know why he kept notes. Remember what he said? With all the mainstream media talking.
He listens to all.
But you know what, though?
Word on the street, he listens to the big podcasts and the independents. He listens to the independents, too.
But you know what? You're listening and you're doing absolutely nothing with that information. Because listening is an action word, okay? We going back. It's a verb. It's an action word. You're supposed to do something with the information that you got. So you took notes, Trey. You heard all the talk. Same thing with Derek Queen, but I'm not going to get on Derek Queen because Derek Queen, this is his first year. He's young. Mm-hmm. But it's like you all hear what people are saying about this organization, saying about this team. And you know what? It has not fazed you not one bit. Ain't none of y'all playing with no chip on your shoulder.
Because the mindset is here. See, this is where it trickles down, and then there's it's a damn blockage. The blockage is the head coach. Because we know that Joe Dumars, where he comes, we know his mindset from when he was a player, Hall of Fame player. His mindset hasn't changed. He got guys there, Weaver and all these guys there. We know that hadn't changed. So when it filters down, being rugged and blue collar down to the head coach, it stops. It stops because Willie Green, even though he's trying to mimic some of that stuff, he doesn't have a clue on how to do any of that. And he was, like I said, he was a bad hire. He shouldn't have been hired. This was a bad move by a stupid ass executive that was fired last year who hired this guy. He tried to fire him, and ultimately the lady fired him because she liked Willie Green as a person. She did the same dumb shit with Elvin Gentry. When that same guy came in.
Absolutely nothing to do with basketball.
It doesn't matter though, Lex, because she don't know shit about basketball, but she the owner of the team.
Then I
mean, you're not going to be able to get out.
Now torturing New Orleans and people who are New Orleans fans, and just sell the team. If you don't care anything about basketball, You know what?
She ain't trying to sell
Then
no
everything
teams.
is going to go down. It's going to go downhill because you know what? Everybody in New Orleans, you do not deserve this. You don't deserve this.
Hell,
You're
if
investors.
even the
You're
damn people,
investors.
even the people that's outside of New Orleans that love the team that's everywhere across the world. We in hell now we don't deserve none of this. But the end is, if you want a tough blue collar team that is resonant of what we believe the team should be, the area is as strong and determined and resilient as the area is. These players do not mimic it because the identity of the head coach is not the same. He's a soft, weak, non-strategic, non-motivational personality that is non-existent. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't out-scheme anybody at crucial moments of the game. He doesn't instruct players on what they need to do. If you see a guy handling the ball and he need the chest tops, get a ball to Zion. Let Zion let everything run through Zion. Zion is a star. If he's out there, you live and die by your star. Let him make the moves and the decisions. If you say he's the leader of the team, that is totally preposterous. Willie Green sitting up there. I hope he can see because he's looking over that nose. So he should be able to see all that shit out there. That what's going on with the players like Jose just jacking up shots and Jose fresh off the bench jacking up shots that don't even have a chance of even going anywhere. But the end, like I said, man, even though it's a distasteful thing, we talked about this on the last show, this is necessary to get him on up out of here. This is to show the leadership that he's not good enough to push this team forward. We know that. Yes, we know that. We've been known that. But he needs to, this is the evidence that Joe Dumars know this too. He knows Willie Green don't know what the F he's doing. He knows that. You know, Joe, like I told y'all, Joe Dumars is smart enough to be a coach. He leaped over coaching to be an exec, but he's smart enough to be a head coach. He knows this shit too. Them Troy Weaver and them know this shit too. And they're like, man, I don't know about Willie Green, but they have to deal with him until he accumulates enough losses to justify firing him. The team's not even competitive. 2 blowout losses and him insulting the team, calling them. That's the only thing the dude has is to insult his own team. And the reality is not the team, it's him. That's how stupid he is as a head coach. He doesn't realize that he is the face and the mindset of the team, meaning however they play is because of how you taught them to play. Whatever temperament they have, you install that in them. If you don't like their level of physicality, it's because that's where you leveled them at. And every now and again, you'll get them out playing the coach's instruction when the rhythm is right. But the majority of the time, the team will be dialed back and governed by the foolishness that Willie Green is. Even before Giant had this contusion situation, they were still pulling him out the game at certain mile marks. I thought he was healthy. If he's the guy you play by, you can't pull him out of the game if he's the number one option. You got to play through him. If Herb and Trey, who had previous injuries, are out there, he should be out there with them. And when they come off the court, he comes off the court with them. So it's a lot of stuff that is very weird that's going on in terms of with the Willie Green phenomenon. But like I said, we all know what time this is. And them being competitive, Willie Green, if they're going to, in the next 5 games, he's going to be up out of here because the next 5 games go LA at LA, OKC at OKC, Charlotte, who I think that's going to beat the Pelicans. Dallas is struggling, but they need a team like the Pelicans to beat the medicine. You're not going to beat San Antonio. Right. You know, you ain't going to beat San Antonio. In San Antonio, you might have a chance against Phoenix, and then you got Portland and the Lakers at home. I don't think he makes it that far. If they're losing like this and losing bad like this, man, they're going to pull the plug on his ass because the team's not even competitive. They're not competitive at all. But anyway, let's kind of press on right now, man. But we dropping some stuff. Lex, that's all the ones you have for us? Is that everything?
Yeah, pretty much. We asked the questions about identity, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And look, we ain't nobody trying to hear, guys, it's just game 4. You better go on somewhere and kick rocks. I'm gonna tell you that right now,
bro. Don't come with the
go on and kick rocks.
The game 4 stuff, bro.
Because I can tell. Tell me you don't know nothing about this organization without telling me that you don't know nothing about this organization. That's a prime example.
Nah, ain't
so don't nobody say that.
Nobody's saying. I hope nobody's saying it's just game 4. They're watching the Pelicans play, fam. You watching the Pelicans play. and 2 routed losses, a loss to Memphis team that was missing all of their key reserves.
Teams
and
that ain't doing well.
Right.
For real.
And then teams that are like Miami beat the snot out of them the very next game by 40 points. They lost the very next game.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, like I said, man, it's one of these situations where it's not just the 4th game of the season. The Pelicans are continuing a trend from last year, and it's showing you that Willie Green he doesn't have the temperament to guide this team. And the great part about it is they got rid of everybody that wasn't an encumbrance except for him, and the spotlight is clearly right on his head.
Yeah.
So that's the
and
only
he was
that's
the main.
the positive.
He was the main. He was the main character. Yeah.
Yeah, it said he's the
main
ringmaster.
character that needed to be
ring-
gone.
he's
Griff
the
was
ringmaster.
Griff was a main character, but now that Griff is gone,
This is
Willie's. Yeah.
That's it. Willie Green is the spotlight. He's the only one they didn't change. Everybody else, they changed. They got rid of some of the people. Got rid of C.J. McCollum. They got rid of all these other guys. He's the only one that's still there as a head coach. So it all falls squarely on him. And he's that spotlight, he won't be able to survive that. Everybody's focusing on him, and only thing he can do is start winning, which he's not capable of. He can't coach. Not at this level. Maybe at high school. I don't think he can do high school.
The best player, on the team, he don't even know how to use him.
He don't play.
He
I
don't
don't
even know.
understand. That's a whole nother thing, Lex. I don't know how, as a professional, supposed basketball coach, you don't play behind your star. And the guy,
because he doesn't like Zion.
He
don't like Zion.
I don't see why he would not like Zion. I mean, he makes the game easier for him if you know how to use him.
Exactly.
He's a matchup nightmare, and he's passes the ball. I don't understand that.
Look, and Willie says these things. He even talked about Zion being a point guard. But yet, dude, you still have him playing at the 5. You had him guarding people like Steven Adams and Jonas Valanciunas. He did that this season, y'all. He did that this season.
Bigs. But
in preseason and in regular season.
Which makes
he had
no sense,
Zion
though.
playing both of them.
But
Think about this.
But that don't make any sense, Lex, based on the fact that you have bigs to play the bigs. There's no need to have Zion matched up on Valanciunas.
But he believes in
guys.
small ball. He believes in taking the best player on the team and minimizing his gifts by having him guard the 5. That is crazy. That's crazy. Because everybody and their mama and their auntie and cousin Pookie, everybody knows that Zion is at his best when he's getting downhill, when he's going north and south. All you have to do is have someone set a good screen in the middle of the floor. Let Zion make the right decisions. Everyone on the perimeter needs to relocate. It is not hard. That's basic basketball. That is a basic play that needs to be played. It's not hard. Every time that has been ran, there's been success. Every time. Every time. Okay? All the syllables of every. Every time it has been successful.
All right, let's get into the stats, man, for tonight's game. Then we'll move into, I guess, a preview or whatever of the upcoming matchup against the Clippers. It's going to be on Friday, man, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, in this game, the Pelicans were 32 of 85 for 37.6% from the field. The Nuggets were 48 of 90 for 53.3%. They shot a really good percentage from the field. The Pelicans were a ghastly 7 of 34 from downtown for 20%. The Nuggets were double that. They doubled the three-point shooting of the Pelicans. They hit 14 of 42 for 33% on the Pelicans. That's 7 more three-pointers than the Pelicans. You can see the free throws. Pelicans got to the foul line 29 times, hit 17 to 29 for 58.6%. That doesn't even make any sense. The Pelicans got 29 foul attempts in the Denver Nuggets building, and they only completed 58.6%, hit 17 of the 29, which is ridiculous. Denver was 12 of 14 for 85.7. They, once again, another troubling trend with the rebounding. Denver had 56 rebounds, almost 60 rebounds. The Pelicans 36. You look at the assists, 40 assists by the Denver Nuggets. 40 assists. The Pelicans,
man.
that's over
They
double.
were really sharing the ball, weren't
That
they?
was over double what the Pelicans did. 17 by the Pelicans. They're not communicating. They're not moving the ball. Steelers 9. I mean, the Steelers was 9-6. Advantage Pelicans 4-3 with the blocks. Advantage Denver 14 all with the turnovers, and 19 gave up by Denver versus 12 by the Pelicans. The fast break game was won by Denver as well, 21-11 in the points in the paint. They decimated the Pels 62-44, almost 20 more points in the paint for the Denver Nuggets. So they beat the Pelicans down and won by as much as they were up by as much as 41 points in the matchup against this team. So it's one of these situations, man, where it's a laugh and a half watching the Pelicans play. Go ahead, Lex.
No, I was just gonna say that. Hold on. Goodness, I think it's slipped my mind, man. I don't forget. Yeah, I mean, you said there's something on my mind, but oh yeah, okay, I remember. Did you all notice that the Denver Nuggets ran the same play over and over and over again? They were doing that fake screen. They flared out, and they were throwing the lob.
Yeah.
They did that so many times.
The Pelicans.
That's
didn't
why
have an
they
answer
were
for
shooting.
it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy. It's like, okay, where was the adjustment?
Ain't no adjustment.
You know,
That's the point.
like,
When the half changed, there ain't no adjustment. There was no adjustment. When the half changed, that's how you go from what you were in the first half to scoring 11 points in the third quarter, because Denver made adjustments. Pelicans did not. They out-adjusted the Pelicans. I don't think the Pelicans did anything. Now, they played better in the third quarter. They tied it up 30-30. But the game was lost in the third. They scored 11 points, the Pelicans did, in that third quarter, and allowed Denver to score 39 points. So that Denver scored the most points. Pelicans had 11. There was a previous quarter, I think it was against Boston, where they scored 12 points. This is the same thing happening. They didn't fix anything from the prior game. That's the issue. And if you base it on the previous wins, they lost by, 5 or 6 points to Memphis. That was half staff. They lose to San Antonio in overtime. That shouldn't have been. And then after those games, they lose back-to-back blowout losses to teams. So, I mean, in the end, man, I don't know what to say. Let's hit these individual statistics right here in the matchup. You look at 21 points per Jeremiah Fierce. He was the top guy there in 30 minutes, 21 points. 10 of 15 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown. He had 6 assists and 2 steals in the matchup. 11 from Zion. Zion came back from the bone contusion game. He missed the Boston. He was in the 26 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the foul line. 11 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block for Zion Williamson. The minus 12. And then the only other double-digit scorer off the bench was, period, for the Pelicans outside of the 21 by Jay Fears and the 11 by Zion was 10 off the bench from Eves. In 24 minutes, he had 10 points and 4 boards. What happened to Trey Murphy? Nothing. Trey Murphy was there. He played 32 minutes, scored 7 points. He was minus 32. He was 1 of 8 from the field. He was 1 of 5 from downtown. He hit all his foul shots, but finished 7 points, 7 rebounds, 1 steal. That's Trey. This is a guy that's one of your 3 20-point scorers.
And Trey's is supposed to be a star, but like I said, man, Trey's been really kind of weird this year. I know he had 24 points on the other night, but what do we say about that?
I mean,
that's probably the most quietest 24 points that anybody's ever seen. Because he didn't play like he had scored that much. That means it wasn't impactful.
Well, I mean,
and that was the difference.
Right now, for the 25-26 season, he's averaging less than 15 points a game, 7 boards, and 4.3 assists, shooting 38.6%. So right now, just over the last 3 contests, Herb's numbers are not that good. He's shooting 22% from downtown and 38.6% from the field. He's shooting 22% from downtown, the sharpshooter Trey Murphy. He in a slump. Now, he did have a game where he Here it is right here. The game log right here show you that the only decent game he had was against San Antonio, the overtime game where he had 24 and 10 with 5 assists and 3 steals. But that big play where he didn't guard the shooter was one of the reasons why, we went to overtime, because he gave up a big shot. But in the end, that was the only decent game he had. Look at the rest of these games. And both blowout losses with heavy minutes, Trey Murphy was 7 points. He scored 7 points in both those games and 13 in the Memphis game. Just the blowout losses is ridiculous. Blowout losses to Denver and Boston. And basically, if you watch how Denver played Trey Murphy, all they did was just rough him up and put defense in his face. The guys swapping at the ball and pressuring him. And he had one turnover tonight, but he didn't look good at all. He wasn't comfortable. Right now, Trey Murphy's in a slump right now. It's just one of those things. So he was awful in this game. Looked just like the Boston game. Herb Jones, a guy that has been struggling since he's been back. Herb had 5 points, and he's shooting these 3-pointers. Herb was shot 4 3-pointers, hit 1. Yeah. He was 2 of 7. He was 2 of 7 from the field. He finished with 5 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, -3. Herb Jones ain't getting it done, man. It might come to a time where they might have to adjust Herb to the bench and bring Sadiq Bey in here. I think we're going to get a little maybe you can cycle him back, but they paying him. I think that's a major part of why Herb Jones is starting. They paying Herb. But I think Sadiq Bey at this point would probably be a better option of coming on. He didn't look that well anyway, but 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. He had a couple of 3-pointers. He had 7 points, 3 assists, and 2 assists, Sadiq Bey. But in the end, with he seems to have a better chemistry with playing with Zion Williamson, his grittiness. But Herb Jones is just not getting it done. 5 points in 21 minutes, 12 from DeAndre Jordan. And since he's been here, the Pelicans kind of threw him in the starting lineup. He only played 12 minutes, 2 points, 5 boards, and really nothing else. Jose Alvarado played 14 minutes, had 3 points, was just jacking up stuff. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, just bad shot selection. He was -25. No impact. Jordan Poole, another ritzy player that we have. Jordan Poole played in 22 minutes. He had 9 points. He shot 2 of 11 from the field. He was 1 of 7 from downtown. He finished with 9 points, 2 assists in the game, and it's just -35. So a lot of these other stats ain't even worth mentioning, to be honest with you. Queen had 14 minutes. He had 4 points, 8 boards, no factors, 9 factors. All these guys were 9 factors in this game to help them. There was not much of a bench. The starters didn't come to play. And it was basically a repeat of the Boston Celtics game, except Zion participated in it. So, anyway, let's kind of catapult. Lex, if you don't have anything else to add to this Denver loss, we're going to move on and kind of preview what is going to be the next matchup for the Pelicans, which is they're going to then travel to the 2-2 Clippers, who are 2-0 at home on Friday night. It's going to be a late game, fam. It's 9:30 on the on the West Coast. That will be in. So this is going to be a late broadcast for that particular game, and they saying Bill is a game time decision for the 31st there. So Bill might be in attendance for this game. You can see that matchup indicator. Hadn't been wrong all damn season, but we'll see what happens here. So what happens in this matchup when you see guys like Harden and all these guys, this is Tyronn Lue's coach team is always a difficult team for the Pelicans to deal with. James Harden is there. Bradley Beal's supposed to be back. Kawhi Leonard is there. Chris Paul is there. Bogdanovich is there. John Collins, the former Utah
Chris
player,
Paul
is
is
there.
about to pick the Pelicans apart.
Yeah, so we have a couple of people that'll be in the game. So let's kind of preview this thing. If you want to add to it, quick breakdown on what happens here.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Ah! You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Oh, look, who's the coach? You know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness gracious. Will the Pelicans find an identity by the time this game comes on Friday?
I would say no to that. They haven't showed. They seem, based on what I'm seeing, to be very honest with the family members, as I am always honest with the family members. Based on what I'm seeing, the Pelicans are regressing based on the first two games. The last two games, there's no reason why
But you know why?
They should be regressing to the point where they had blowout losses like they did. It doesn't make any sense. But go ahead, Lex, because Willie Green is the head coach. I know.
Well, yeah, but
Yes.
the morale is down.
Yeah, he called them soft again. That's how he lost them last year.
I mean, the morale is very, like, not only it's not just them losing, you all. It's how, there goes that word again, how they're losing. Like the games, and the thing is, it's gonna get worse because now it's on their psyche. And that plays a part. Like, winning heals everything. But what's crazy is that, even if they did win a game and they're playing like this, it still wouldn't hold any weight because it's like, man, I mean, we've seen it many a times before. We look at a game and it's like, dang, man, yeah, the Pelicans won the game, but golly, they still looked awful. Like, it's still the same stuff. Nothing's changed. If the Pelicans do win, it's only because they got lucky or the other team didn't bring it. They actually, because right now, I think everybody's looking. Everybody's looking, and it's like, oh, shoot. Oh, okay, we got the Pels. Oh, okay, that's an easy win. We don't have to play as hard. Yeah. Nobody's playing the Pelicans as hard as people playing OKC. Or people are playing Dallas Mavericks or the Pacers or the Heat or the Cavs. Y'all see where I'm getting at? So that means teams are not even bringing their best. You know why? Because they don't have to against the Pelicans. The Pelicans, their best isn't nowhere near the just the average play of any other team out here. That's really sad. I hope that didn't go over y'all's head. I hope everybody understood that. That's really, really bad. Yeah. Because let me tell you something. Looking at Denver did not play like that. They were not playing hard against the Pelicans. They were just playing smart basketball, but they weren't breaking sweats. Jokic had a triple-double in the third quarter. He did not play the fourth. A triple-double.
Jesus.
He didn't even work for that triple-double. It was so easy. I just want to point that out. This is what it is. I mean, to get a triple-double in the third quarter, guys, I mean, that's hey, a couple of things got to happen. You just got to play halfway decent, and the other team has to be playing really, really bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I see, Lex. You're right. I mean, the Tyronn Lue's clubs are always well coached. You catch them right now. They man, like I said with the Pelicans, a win is in here somewhere, but it's more losses than wins based on the fact the team is not responding to Willie Green. And I'm gonna say this against the psychological thing too, because Willie Green is, for the second straight game, is questioned the physical or the strength of the team by insulting them into the press. I know he's not telling those guys that to their faces and doing anything about it. Is what Willie Green does when we was getting losses last year. He'll get mad at one and then come back and actually give credence and compliment players in the game that don't deserve to be complimented. So I mean, he's a guy that is using all of the little stumbling and bumbling how to coach, the little handbooks, how to be a coach type of thing. He's just stumbling. The dummies books to how to be an NBA coach. He's done all of these little simple parlor tricks. They're just not working. They're not responding to Willie Green because whatever he's trying to teach him is not coming from the heart. None of the
I mean,
stuff
it's
he's
not
talking about.
teaching. He don't have nothing to
It's
teach
not even.
them.
I mean,
He don't. He can't even teach them how to combat in a zone.
Nah, he
Like,
don't know.
put your big man or put Zion because he's mobile. He can do so much damage. Put him in the middle. Have two people on the wings and have somebody go baseline. Oh my goodness! You beat a zone with ball movement, efficient ball movement, attacking. If you attack the basket, you're dishing.
Well,
But it's so easy.
With 17 assists.
Oh goodness gracious!
How you gonna defeat the zone with 17 assists for the game?
And I would tell
they ain't moving the
there's
ball,
another
Lex.
way to defeat the zone too. Barbecue
Communicate?
chicken. I saw it. I mean, well, if they're man, oh my gosh, it's called high low chicken. High low. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, the most vulnerable part of a zone is the middle, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's the middle. Oh, that's why Zion, if he was there, oh my goodness, is barbecue chicken. This is not hard. It's not hard. Go study the zone.
I think you look at and it's got to be something because you look up and down at the Pelicans coaching staff is not a very. I mean, they did add a college coach who is a very smart guy to kind of help out. I think he's the head of the player development that he's brought in with ties to Troy Weaver. But outside of that, this coach, outside of the staff, outside of Borrego, is very inexperienced and questionable. Now you have Casey Hill, who I think Casey used to be a coach with the Vikings a long time ago. But outside of that, this team the coaching staff is very suspect. So once Willie Green is fired, I mean, the tempo of the offense picks up and it gets smarter because of Borrego. I mean, when he has the opportunity to run the offense, I expect them to not be like, lights and day, but they should have some measure of intelligence from an offensive standpoint in movement of the ball. And he believes in constant movement. That's what he teaches, constant movement and circulating and moving of the ball and these type of principles. So at some point, that's what I'm getting ready for because Willie Green it's inevitable. Willie Green's not going to survive. He's not going to win more games to make it competitive. He might get one or two games before he get fired, but it's not going to stop him from getting fired. He's going to be in a hole. He'll get lucky with one or two wins because Zion, sooner or later, somebody's going to get pissed off and give you one good game when they all play together. When Trey hits his average, Zion has a 35 to 40 point game. Jordan Poole hits his average. The 20 and all this kind of stuff. Zion throws in 35 or 40, and they'll beat the team. But they will not be able to do that sustainably enough for them to be able to win games and climb out of the hole. No, it needs identity and intelligence to win these ball games and out coach these other teams and out strategize these other teams. And that's not Willie Green. He's not a strategist. The guy he's
not a tactician.
He's not none of these things. Willie Green got this job. He was a bad hire for the Pelicans. A lot of people thought Willie Green would develop his coaching skill. He did not. I thought that he would develop his coaching. He did not learn not enough, not much of anything to be able to run a professional team. And he's the main reason why the Pelicans are sorrowful. He's the main reason why they're not going anywhere. You're going to have to find the right guy. Now, for this year, Borrego will probably run interim when they fire his stupid ass because I think that'll happen probably by next week. Y'all want it? It's probably going to happen next week. Because I'm telling y'all, October the 31st, that's Friday. Sunday is November the 2nd. The month flips over. You got November the 2nd, which is Sunday. That's OKC. Tuesday, November the 4th is Charlotte. Wednesday, November the 5th is Dallas, at Dallas. Saturday, November the 8th is San Antonio. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games between now and next Saturday. That he could very well. Now, I think Charlotte, they might have a chance to get one there. But man, one game out of like the rest of these games, it's inevitable. And like I said, we knew this was going to happen because we know that the guy can't coach. They're going to fail, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing this shit purposefully just to get him the fuck out of there. I'm not, because there's no reason why this team shouldn't be getting routed like this. Didn't make any sense. But anyway, last words, Lex, before we clear out.
I don't think Willie Green has ever watched film. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. It's like, what are you watching when you watch film?
You watching cartoons. That's what he watching. He ain't watching when he need to be watching.
Not that you said cartoons. Which cartoon is he watching?
The Smurfs. That's what the fuck he's watching. You can't tell the difference between Willie's nose and Papa Smurf nose. Boy, that's his idol there.
Oh, goodness. You know what? I got one for you.
That's about right.
I could have did it, but I started laughing, but y'all get the point. Oh, look, Big Sean said he watches Love Don't Cost a Thing. Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
He damn sure is on the outside looking at, man, for real. But yeah, this is the thing right here. And this is a tweet here from Shamadua. He said this. He said, there's not a shred of belief in the entire building from the team employees to the players. This is the environment that Gail Benson and he throw Joe Dumars have created. Joe Dumars just got here, my friend. Joe
I know
Dumars
he did. He did
that.
just get here.
He just
you know
got
what I'm
here,
saying?
man. You can't throw him
that
in
ain't
there
even
by
fair,
himself, bro.
Because Joe has to
here.
clean up. He's got to clean up mess.
Yes.
This is a huge mess. This is something that's been happening for years. That's why it's like, man, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Joe Dumars hasn't even been here for a whole season. Like, no. Like, you can't do that. I mean, you got to give him time to work and clean house out. And the house is not cleaned. You still got bugs in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, I understood, Gail, but I also understand, like, prematurely, there'll be a lot of people that want to blame Joe, but I don't think that's fair to do that to him. Not now, not at this moment anyway. I don't think you can do that, because the thing is, if you get a better coach in here, that's like half the battle.
For real.
Then you'll be able to see, okay, who's staying and who needs to go. Okay, you'll be able to see, because the coaching matters that much.
Yeah,
it matters that much.
I think he cleaned. Go ahead, Lex.
I just wanted to shout out Jessica, because she was shouting out to us, Big Q.
Right.
Appreciate you being up in the chat, Jessica. Representing for the ladies. Got any music for that? Anything on cue for the ladies?
How about a clap? There, we get a clap here. That's right. That's right. Round of applause to our fantastic ladies out there, and it's a bunch of Mary Kay, Lex, Mary Kay, Jess, Tasha's in here. All the ladies, man, they're always giving good game.
No, it's Mother Tasha. Mother Tasha.
Mother Tasha.
You got to put the conviction up in there, Mother Tasha.
I ain't gonna lie, but shout out to Tasha. Did a good job working with DC. Got them reading better, and all that kind of stuff.
Mother Tasha, the reading rainbow.
Yes. So, what we got now? This is the thing going forward now. With the team, yes, we know that the only thing that Joe Dumars hasn't cleared out is the coaching staff. So once Willie Green's fired, and make no bones about it, fam, I can see next week 5 games between now and next. When I said next Saturday, next Sunday, that are going to be played. That'll show a lot, and I don't think he makes it out of next week, to be honest with you, with how this team is performing. And then on top of that, does Borrego, in my estimation, I think Borrego does make it better. Anything makes it better than what we get. And they're not getting coached at all. They have no structure. There is no structure going on with him as a head coach. I know instantly Borrego does have an identity of how he wants the team to play. He's a good communicator. Now, his defense is not all that, but, he would lean on his assistant coaches. But I think offensively speaking, that he would give them some sort of structure and some sense of an identity. We have no identity right now. And I do think that he will at least play behind Zion Williamson consistently, and that's something that gives you a chance. But ultimately, when the season ends, after this is Willie Green are going to go get Malone. I think he goes to get Malone. Malone's sitting on the side. He's going to go get Malone.
Man, invest in your team, Chicken, and turn this organization around.
Yeah, he's going to end up getting Malone. I wouldn't be surprised once he fired Willie Green that if he like, it'd be cool if he did do like bringing him in as an advisor, like you see some teams do. They bring guys in as advisor, like we did it with the former Phoenix Suns in New York.
D'Antoni, no.
Yeah, D'Antoni bring him as
no consultations. They just stealing money. They stealing money.
But it'd be just a way to attach Malone to the team before ultimately next year it's like a way of keeping him close. Then you, of course, make him the team head coach for next year. So that's my take on it. I think that Willie Green get fired over the next 5 games. And what happens is you put Borrego in there. Borrego will have them playing smarter offensively, give them a semblance of an offense philosophy, and they will play smarter and the games will be more competitive. But ultimately, when he'll have the interim tag, and by next year, when we hit off season, Joe Dumars is going to clean all of them out and build his own staff. And I do agree with Stacey. I think it would be Malone, the former Denver Nuggets head coach. Mm-hmm. That will be, and then you're going to really see the Pelicans go all the way up. So, it's a part of the process. Hope they give y'all some kind of goodness. Go ahead, Lex.
It's just the wait, the hurry up and wait, man. I just, I don't want to wait no more. I feel like, the wait is long overdue. It's like, no, like now, yesterday, a month ago.
I'm with you on that.
2 months ago. I mean, this is I'm not trying to wait no year, man. We've already been waiting years with a Z at the end, not an S.
This is true.
I mean,
this is true.
I mean, talk about long suffering. You know what I'm saying? Look, Lord, I learned my lesson. I learned it. I learned long suffering. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I've learned it. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I just, like the winning needs to come now. The change needs to come like months ago and things. So yeah, to wait a whole nother season. I
still say I still think you're competitive.
Time.
I know I still think the team is competitive this year. But like I said, we don't have any identity. That's the thing. You got to have an identity. Pelicans don't have any identity. They don't have any identity. They don't have an identity offensively or defensively. They refuse to communicate, despite the fact that they're always talking about how they enjoy playing this guy, enjoy being on this team with this guy, and this guy enjoy. Despite any of that, they continue to not communicate defensively, offensively, even the pick and rolls. Nothing is consistent. Nothing is consistent. Even when they find something that works, they have the shortest memory on the planet. So it's no consistency there. It's because the coach don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a philosophy. He's just there telling them to run plays faster and to get back. But there is no respectable instruction, and they're tuning them out. When you go from the first 2 games, which was really hard basketball to watch, but you lose by 4, 5, 6 points, whatever the case, you lose in overtime, and then back-to-back blowout losses where you're not even competitive, man, and you're losing games in the third quarter. They got blown out. They scored 11 in the third quarter this game, and with 12 in the Boston game, it was the same game. So what's happening is Boston, what happened was the team tonight what they did was that Denver, what they did was study the Boston tape and just mimic the same shit. That's how they got the same result. They basically did the same shit to them the same way. The Pelicans are easily defeated because they have no identity. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Guys are taking shots that shouldn't be taking shots. Guys is running the point that shouldn't be running the point. They don't circulate the ball. Guys are just jump, with the Willie Green 40 3-point attempt nonsense. So even when you tell a guy, hey man, we want to get 40 shots up, or 40 3-point attempts up per game, you telling them that you willing to allow him to do any stupid ass shot, take any dumb shot just to get to the 40. Now that ain't no smart philosophy. No smart coach would tolerate such a boobish mentality. But you got a guy like Willie Green who's a fake. I mean, he's a fraud as a head coach. He should never have been the coach. Should never have been the coach. But it was a money thing. They did not want to spend money on the coach at that time because they still had to settle with Stan, and they had to get somebody cheap. And this is who this idiot had.
And that was Alvarez's fault.
That's why he's gone.
Poor money management.
That's the part of it that Joe Dumars, the only aspect of the team, 2 aspects I believe that Joe Dumars really hasn't put his hands on. Number one, the coaching staff for the Pelicans, they did add an assistant coach that has ties to Troy Weaver. They hadn't fully touched the coaching staff, and the other one is the health staff. That's the 2 things he really hasn't delved into, and it's a lot to talk about in this first year because there's a lot to turn around. But bring in toughness. You and the head coach have to be on the same principle. The head coach has to be smart, and Willie Green is not that guy. He's not the guy, and he's not going to make it. We all knew this. We know, and I think next week will be the week when he goes down, and you'll see Borrego come in there, and you'll see some structure. They'll be more competitive, more smart, and it'll be more of a smarter team because they'll be actually having a philosophy to play behind their players as opposed to whatever Willie Green's done. I still don't know what he's doing, what his philosophy is. Whatever it is, it doesn't work. And speaking of that, man, listen, we're going to get ready to kind of depart on that. Lexxah, final quick thoughts before I'm going to give you the floor, and then we're going to get the hell up out of here, man, because Pels are 0-4. The next matchup is Friday night. It's a late game, 9:30 tip-off time at L.A. Clipper Building. What is it called? The Intuit Dome or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, Intuit.
The Intuit Dome. So they got their own building. They ain't no longer laying up off the Lakers building. They got their own shit out there now. So, but they're 2-0 in there. And it's going to be a late affair. And the Pelicans, man, listen, it's not going to be easy, man. So we'll be here to see it. But, yeah, go ahead, Lex, you got it before we go.
Yeah, the matchup indicator is just for gambling purposes, y'all. Don't trust
right. It's rainwater as far as the Pelicans concerned, though. Shit, you can set your watch to this.
Go on and put your bets in. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Because it doesn't matter if they feeling it or not. But I mean, we covered the gist of it. I mean, there's really nothing else. I mean, we can make jokes and things, I think, just to have some therapy, just a lot of laughs, because this is crazy. I mean, it's so crazy that you got to laugh. But y'all, the Pelicans need a lot of prayer. Okay? And where's that music at when you need it? You know what I'm saying? Pelicans need a lot of prayer, y'all. So, let's just pray for them, because ain't nothing about to change. The prayers just need to be activated. So let's keep them in prayer. Other than that, for those of you who celebrate Halloween and stuff, y'all be safe out there and things, and bundle up because it is cold outside. Is it cold in New Orleans?
Nah, it actually feels real good down here, man.
Okay.
Feels real good down here.
It's really cold. It's been raining for days up here. And so, yeah, it's like sick rain. You got to put your coat on and stuff. So, yeah, we get everybody's weather. East Coast, the South, the West, the North. You know what I'm saying? And it meets in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? So one day it can be nice and sunny, and the next day it's like a winter cold front. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's all I got, man. We just got to pray for these chickens.
That is. Listen, fam, we appreciate y'all for staying up with us tonight. Y'all do us a service. Listen on next, give us a retweet, man. Retweet this, man. Let's get this word out, man. We need to get rid of Willie Green. and let the basketball start, man. That game plan, I'm telling you, family, that's what I'm feeling in my spirit. Once Willie Green is done, James Borrego comes in, gives them some semblance of offense. We were more competitive. Then when the next all season comes, that's when he cleans them out and brings in Malone. I think Malone would be the guy, and then because he matches with Joe, the toughness, the mentality, and then you're gonna really see some smoke. So we close, fam. We're almost there from that standpoint, man, and we just got to keep on keeping on. All right, so with that being said, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Big Q, Lex, DC, man, we're going to holler at y'all on the next time. Y'all be looking out for the flash reports and the upcoming PPR preview of the Clippers matchup. With that being said, we're out. Much love. Go Pelicans. Peace.
You're listening to the Pelicans Post Game Report on the PRO Media Network. For all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Birds of a feather, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO, you stay in the know.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.